23 ABC News at 5 starts now.
And a good evening to you. We begin tonight with breaking news. A portion of Stockdale Highway is closed in southwest Bakersfield due to a deadly hit-and-run crash. Stockdale Highway is currently closed in both directions from Coffee Road to Donhart Drive by the entrance of Cal State Bakersfield. If you are headed that way, you're encouraged to take Camino Media or the West Side Parkway. 23 ABC's Callan Hobman joins us live at the scene with more details. Callan? All right, Callan, thanks for that. We want to turn now to more breaking news. Local Congressman Kevin McCarthy announcing the Department of Health and Human Services approved surge testing capacity in Bakersfield. You can see the tweet here. McCarthy says that means we'll be able to ramp up a lot more testing at no cost starting almost immediately. Speaking of which, we do want to talk about the latest on COVID-19 here in Kern County. Another record high spike in cases here today. For the first time, Kern County Public Health reporting more than 1,000 new cases as backlog tests as far back as the first week of this month continue to show in a high number. Now, according to Public Health, there are more than 1,100 new cases, bringing the total to more than 11,000 cases. Now, in the past 5 days, that total number of positive cases has jumped by more than 3,900. Local officials said last week they expected a spike in cases due to a backlog in tests. Governor Gavin Newsom and state officials addressing the topic of backlog in test results around the state. They say some tests are taking about 1 or 2 days, but others are taking 1 or 2 weeks, and they're aiming to reduce that wait.
So that's exactly one of the key points of focus of our testing task force, is matching up where those tests are collected with the labs that can actually run them in a speedy enough time to get meaningful results, to not just give the information to the individual who was tested, but to allow that to be actionable as it relates to potentially others isolating who are close contacts.
Newsom added that they are advancing efforts for pooled testing, which would allow more cohorts of samples to be tested at the same time. This comes as Governor Newsom announced a record-breaking number of new cases. An additional 12,800 people have tested positive for COVID around the state. California has now surpassed New York for most cases in the state, topping the 409,000 mark. Meantime, in the past 4 days, the death toll in Kern County had not seen increases, but today that changed. Deaths due to COVID-19 rose by 10 today, bringing the total to 115. And we want to take a look at how these deaths break down within ethnicity. So again, you can do this yourself as well. In the Hispanic population, they're still experiencing the most with 66 deaths. If we take a look at the white ethnicities, they have 31 deaths as well here in Kern County. If we take a look at the African American population, 8 deaths as well. And then as for the Asian community, 2 deaths. Now, there's also other deaths or unknown deaths. So other is one unknown, has 7 deaths as well. They are not categorized at this time. Now, meantime, nearly 5,000 people have fully recovered from the virus. Now, according to Public Health, of the more than 11,000 cases, more than 5,900 are isolating from home. Officials are also reporting nearly 95,000 or more than 87% of tests have come back negative. Of course, for the latest on cases and recoveries, you can always head to our website, turn223.com. As the coronavirus continues to spread across the nation, thousands have been purchasing life insurance policies to protect their loved ones. But in the midst of a pandemic, there have been additional factors companies have implemented when screening applicants. 23 ABC's Bayan Wang spoke to an insurance expert and joins us live from downtown with more on those changes. Bayan?
Connecting you.
All right, Bayan, thanks for that. Taking a live look outside at downtown Bakersfield. Back to those clear blue skies today, and the sun is definitely shining. 23 ABC's meteorologist Brandon Michaels joining us now with a look at our forecast. Felt about the same today, Brandon.
Yeah, pretty close.
Tatiana Hargrove, the woman who sued Bakersfield police alleging she was a victim of police brutality, was arrested last November for tampering with a Bakersfield police officer's food while she was working at a local McDonald's. Now 23 ABC has exclusively obtained the surveillance video from inside the restaurant that led to her arrest. We do want to warn you, this may be disturbing for some viewers. Now in the video, you can see her drop a bun on the floor before putting it into the toaster. A short time later, she's seen rubbing another bun on the floor, and then she appears to turn away from the camera and spit onto the burger before boxing it up to be served. Now, body camera video also obtained by 23 ABC shows what she told deputies as she was arrested several days later.
Ma'am, I did drop a burger, but I was in a rush, so I ended up dropping a burger and still using it.
Okay, you didn't spit on it?
No, ma'am.
So I looked at the video.
I dangled it, I looked over at it, but then I didn't touch it. I dropped the bun multiple times.
Okay, you didn't spit on it?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Tonight on 23 ABC News at 6, a look at the newly obtained videos and what we know about her jail sentence as well. Well, the trial of a man accused of killing his former girlfriend's son and dumping the boy's body in the Kern River Canyon is set for early August. You may remember Caleb Kessinger and Ailed Chavez, the mother of the boy, were arrested back in April of 2018. She was sentenced to 2 years in prison, but only served about 4 months after she took a plea deal. In exchange, her charges of murder and assault were dropped. Kessinger is facing a murder charge. As school districts work to implement their education plans for this upcoming year, the Bakersfield City School District will give an update on its instructional program. BCSD is set to hold a town hall in less than half an hour. District officials will share their plans on the upcoming school year with parents and the community, as well as taking questions and comments from the public. It's set to be held at 5:30 p.m. If you would like to watch the town hall, you can go to BCSD's YouTube channel. We are now in the 11th hour of the 23 ABC and United Way back to school drive, and there's still time for you to give to students and their families who may need the extra help for school supplies. 23 ABC's Bain Froney is joining us live from Southwest Bakersfield from the United Way office parking lot where volunteers are waiting for your donations. Hey, Bain.
Thank you.
All right, Bain, thanks again. That's 5405 Stockdale Highway if you want to go drop something off. Still to come here at 5, Dr. Anthony Fauci addressing what he expects with the pandemic, what he said about that, and why he didn't speak at the president's briefing. Plus, United Airlines is extending its mask mandate. Details on the locations you would need to wear a mask to get on one of its flights.